Hello and welcome to the timeless reading. Okay, trust that if you clicked on this video, you are in the right place. Let's see what messages Spirit has for you today. Okay. So noticing a lot of green energy here. These cards pertain to the Heart Chakra. We've got 2 yellow that pertain to the solar plexus chakra, and 3 orange, which correspond to the sacral chakra. 1 purple, which corresponds to the crown chakra. So, looks like mainly this reading is going to speak about heart chakra issues, heart chakra and sacral chakra and solar plexus chakra. Let's get started. Your first card is the Empress. Beautiful card. The Empress is self-sufficient. She is a very strong feminine energy. We can see her holding her cup there. She has enough to fill her own cup, and looks like she is maybe tutoring a younger female child. So the Empress is above a king and queen. So this is a highly royal, highly blessed figure, very abundant, very independent, financially independent, very much capable of looking after her own kingdom. I feel that you're very much are going to be embodying this Empress type energy. Typically we see her as a pregnant figure. In a lot of decks, the Empress is pregnant. Which is, I believe, is just symbolic of the fact that you may be pregnant with some business idea or some other spiritual inclination that you keep feeling needs to be, like, there's something that needs to be birthed through you, maybe like a project or some type of job that you create for yourself, online or whatever that particular thing may be. Then we have the Princess of Wands. So the first thing I noticed there is that her wand is a beautiful glowing emerald gem. So be sure to look up emeralds, spiritual meaning of emeralds. We can see the light of the spirit is really emanating out of that emerald wand. So typically wands are fire energy, which is like, you know, creatively inspired, like divinely inspired, you know, creative projects or inspirations. I'm noticing all these yellow butterflies there around her dress. So butterflies, a symbol of complete transformation. You may be going through this transformative energy where you're taking up this passion project, and like the Empress, you're figuring out how you can, you know, make a living from some sort of creative pursuit, something that you would love to do for a living. I'm noticing that both of these figures are actually in forested areas. So forests, you know, very much speak to like the outdoors and connecting with nature, that nature energy, nature spirits, tree spirits. Trees are very transformative, transmutational energy, right? Because they take the water and the sunlight and they transform that all into growth. So then we have the Three of Coins. We see this figure here is painting that very large coin into existence. So this may be tied to this passionate energy of the wands, that fiery, start that new project, launch that new product, try that new whatever, insert the blank. Here we see 3 blonde women portrayed in this card. It also speaks to the solar plexus chakra. So your confidence center, your center of your self-esteem. Looks like they have red flowers. The 2 women with smaller pentacles have red flowers. I'm kind of seeing them as more like assistants, where it's like this figure here has climbed the ladder somewhat and maybe like a boss type figure, which is why her pentacle is quite a bit larger than the others. But it looks like they are helping her or somehow assisting her to paint that giant pentacle into existence. We see the light of the spirit there lighting up that pentacle like it's a magical gift from spirit. So this creative energy that you have that flows through you is divinely inspired, like it's from, heaven. And that's why I'm seeing like the light of the spirit, like that we had the light of the spirit coming out of the emerald, we had it coming out of the cup here, and now we see it coming out of the pentacle. Very interesting. Now we also have the Princess of Swords, where we see the light of the spirit coming out of the sword there. So swords speak to mental energy, or being, being in a position where this person knows how to use this sword and is unafraid to wield it. So there may be, you may need to say certain things or be very straightforward or cut certain individuals out of your life. It almost looks like she's running in this card, like the way that her dress is like flowing out from behind her. So it's like you may feel like mentally pressed for time or mentally rushed somehow. But this is a very determined energy, very much like I know who I am and I know what I want, and I'm not going to allow anyone to stand in my way type of energy. Very tough, very mentally tough type of energy. And then we have the Nine of Wands. Beautiful card. It looks like she's wearing it looks like there's red feathers in her hair, as well as her hair is also red. And it looks like that one wand that she's carrying is like on fire, which is interesting because in the Princess of Wands we didn't see that actual fire energy. And it looks like these other wands, these other 8 wands, appear to be like amber or carnelian. Also, there's a door behind her, which I'm getting that this, whatever this creative power is that you are holding in your hand, is going to open that door to like a whole new life for you. I'm seeing the letter C in her dress, a capital letter C. Your name may start with C. The letter C may be significant to this passion project. In some way, we see the Strength card here, which is a very interesting depiction of the Strength card. We see a woman and a lion and 2 pools of water that are like reflective mirrors of, like, one is like reflective of the strength of the lion and the other one is like reflective of the woman, right? So this speaks to like the sacral chakra, but I'm also getting solar plexus chakra vibes off of her dress because it's yellow, and also like her hair is blonde, and like notice how like her head is actually like lit up by like the light of the spirit. So you may be getting these divine inspirations that are just jump into your head, that are just like kind of there. It's not like you know exactly where they come from. They're just kind of there. So she's just leisurely like scratching that lion's head. So this is very much like knowing your power, but like having the restraint to hold that lion back in certain situations in your life. Right? Just because you have enough strength to attack someone or do a significant amount of damage doesn't mean that you should do that. Right? So she's just leisurely like scratching that line. Okay, then we have the Four of Coins. So we see this figure here is holding on to their money. You may be holding on to your money, or are very much aware of saving your pentacles, saving your coins at this time. You may not want to spend much. You may be holding on to your money quite tightly. We see the butterflies, the echoed butterflies, yellow butterflies. Be sure to look up yellow butterfly. Spiritual symbolism of yellow butterfly. There'll be additional messages for you there. Looks like the tree is like almost wrapping around this figure. So you may feel that this money that you're saving is giving you like a sense of, more of a sense of stability in like the earthly, in like the 3D. It looks like the light of the spirit is like coming out of the throat chakra on this card. There may be some truth surrounding money that you may need to say to someone close to you. It may be a little uncomfortable, or, you know, something you may not really want to say, but I think it's something that needs to be said. Then we have the Nine of Swords, which is very much, swords are very much mental energy, and we can see in this depiction how it's like this mental energy is like above this figure, so this may speak to like anxiety or worries. So this is tied to the second sacral chakra by the orange dress and the orange outline of this card. So don't be all up in your head about, you know, what other people think or how other people's feelings are about like your goals or whatever. So I'm noticing these three swords are lit up. So there may have been three distinct events that have stressed you out significantly within the last 2 years. I'm seeing like a wispy heart in the background. This may have to do with some sort of a romantic relationship or heartbreak. Could just be heartbreak with a family member, with, you know, with someone that you thought was going to have your back, but then ended up they didn't have your back. Not only did they not have your back, but they stabbed you in the back. So it was a very painful experience for you because you were expecting to get love and support, but instead you got bladed. You got hate and, you know, not literally bladed, but like spiritually, psychologically, mentally bladed. Right? Kind of heavy energy there. We have the Six of Coins, which is, we see this figure here is giving away money to these outstretched hands. So this speaks to having enough money that you are able to generously give some away. We see all this light of the spirit around this figure here. These look to be lilac bushes. Be sure to look up spiritual significance of lilac. These are all actually right hands. So these are 4 different people asking for money. You may have 4 different people who have hit you up for money, or consistently come to you and say that they always need money. Okay, and then we have the 3 of Swords, which we could see these 3 swords are stabbed into the heart here. So this card traditionally speaks to like heartbreak or romantic relationships or some other type of relationship that did not go as we expected it to. We see the heart, it looks like it's almost like red and yellowish. And then we see the sun coming up there in the background. So this, you're moving away from this 3 of Swords energy, and whatever this was that hurt you in the past, no longer, those people no longer have power over you like how they did before. I'm feeling like a very manipulative type energy. This may have been a family member that backstabbed you, and it was really quite hurtful. And that heartbreak energy kind of stayed with you for a while, and it's been kind of like difficult to shake it, but I feel like you're finally coming out of that energy. I'm going to pick a trinket. So we have a heart, a single heart. So this is, you know, speaks to love, universal love, loving oneself, taking good care of your physical body that houses your soul, loving your pets. I'm going to put that on the Empress. And then also the angel came out, and it says on the back, made for an angel. I don't know if you can see it, but it says made for an angel. So Spirit saying that you have an angelic energy, or you may be from the angelic realm. Basically that you're a leader, like a spiritual leader and a guiding light for others. We're going to put that on the 3 of Coins. There. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, be sure and give it a thumbs up. And subscribe to my channel, and be sure to check out my other videos. And thank you so very much for watching, and you have a wonderful day.